Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy. Then got to play back in another video, and today, hold on. Let me pause for a minute. Did you like the video? Did you subscribe? Did you turn on post notifications? You gotta make sure you do them folks and share it too, man. It's free, so go ahead. I'll give you a little while. Go ahead and hit subscribe, turn the post notification light, and then when you finished watching the video, hit that share button. That's all you just gotta do. Sorry, just got to hold on. Y'all good? Y'all subscribe? Y'all like the video and everything? Okay. Well, today I'm gonna call this the review of Z Nation. I just watched Z Nation over the past couple of 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on here and tell y'all about it. So we start off. They're in a prison. And it's 2 guys. They're getting doped up with getting hit with 2 possible cures for the zombie virus. That's why it's called Z Nation Zombies. Zombie Nation. That's what they making it up. So we get a guy. I honestly forgot his name. His name is. I'm just gonna call him like Sergeant Williams or something. I really can't remember what his name was. So we get him. He goes in the room at this time. The zombies, after they break out or whatnot, they eat the first guy who got hit with the potential cure. It didn't work. He died on impact as soon as they start biting. Then the other guy, he got bit by like 8 zombies and he didn't die. He got hit with them. Well, we come to find out this guy's named Murphy. And Murphy, the only thing we know about him is that he was in prison before everything jumped off or went down. So, and the Williams character, he was in the army. So they leave the prison. The doctor who made the potential cure, she said, "Well, y'all meet me in California." So after like this, I think it might have been like the first episode. The second episode, I think they go down and they meet Roberta Warren, they meet Doc, and they meet Addie. This, I do believe this. Okay, so moral of the story. Roberta Warren, she is from the National Guard. She was what was she? She was a lieutenant in the National Guard. Yeah, definitely. She's a lieutenant in the National Guard. And the guy Doc, he was like a doctor, but he really wasn't a doctor. You know what I'm trying to say? He might have done like light doctoring work, but he wasn't like a serious doctor. Like he was like just, I guess he was going off mostly experience. He wasn't really like a guy. I don't think he went and got his doctor's degree in how to be a doctor. But he was a doctor on a smaller scale, but he still could do like basic things, things, whatnot. So, and we get to Addie. Addie is this dangerous woman with red hair. One of my favorite characters, because I really she's just relentless. I really like that. So, and so there's 5 of them now. They pick up a baby. The baby end up, zombie like. So he bites Williams, and Williams, he only lasts 1 episode. The next episode he's out of there. So yeah, it was sad to see. And so now they get a radio in call. It's a radio call from Citizen Z. And Citizen Z, he's the radio guy. He's at the old army base or whatnot. He was in the army because we figure out a little bit later in the story that before he was kind of in the thing or whatnot, before the kind of apocalypse happened, he was going around. He was trying to go to jail. He was trying to go to jail for like treason and stuff like that. But then the guy was like, "Hey, if you come work for us, we'll drop all the charges." And you got to make an executive decision and say, "Oh, okay." That's definitely what I would have said. Yes, sir. You gotta make an executive decision. So he went on and done that, and now he was just spending his time just making announcements. And he had like cameras almost all over the world, what in the world, like the United States and different parts or not. So he was like a good person that really just helped them, like say, oh yeah, it's something like that, whatnot. So after Williams died, we get to the next little town or whatnot. They meet a guy. His name is 10K, and he said the reason why they call him 10K is because he's gonna kill 10,000 zombies. So we was like, oh, okay. So we get to the So before all this happened, only thing we know that he was out hunting, and is he killed a couple of zombies, and his dad turned. He had to kill his dad. So yeah, it's really the only thing we know about him. And the backstory on Addie was, I think she had to kill somebody's mom. I can't remember. I think it was actually the Luke guys, because Luke's like her boyfriend or whatnot. So they kind of just come together. Okay, so the next little thing we start to see Murphy. He's really, as we go out a little bit further, he's starting to transform. He's starting to figure out his abilities. Like, he can communicate with the lesser, weaker zombies. He can communicate with them and everything. So, and he realized, and after that they get to so many places and so many things throughout this thing. A lot of people, most of them all have visions. Most of them all have visions. Like, yeah, that was something I just thought that was very interesting. I was going to put that up in there, and we get to like the next part. We find out a little bit more about Murphy. He can control, the lesser zombies or whatnot, and we keep it going a little bit more. He gets to the point where, because they trying to take him to the to whatchamacallit or whatnot, so they finally get to California or whatnot. It's a long, hard road. There's a lot of stuff that goes on until they get there. It's a lot of challenges they have to face. So they finally get to California. So you're thinking, oh, it's almost over, ain't it? No. You keep watching, and like somebody, I don't know who it was, but it was, hold on. No, it was. I know some woman from Japan, she dropped in, and she got into the story. She was another doctor. And then when they took Murphy up in the ship and everything happened, the ship was set on fire, because I think somebody, they kind of set them up or whatnot. So they come out. We notice that everybody's he's getting to steer the ship and everything else, so we wondering what's going on, but we realize that Murphy is now biting people, because he realized, like, he could make, like, blame people or whatnot, because before then it was a thing. I hate to do this. I had to go back. It was, I think her name was Catherine. She was like a little Chinese. Well, she was like a Asian girl that they helped or whatnot. So she was about to die. So Murphy bit her, and he turned her into a blend. And she was she couldn't really talk, but she could understand what she was talking about. So eventually they had to. Ooh, I might skip too far. Okay, let me go back to when Murphy was making people do blends or whatnot. So they come back, and then it's hold on. Yeah, this is before all this had happened. It should have been, because they had to leave. I was on the right track. So they had to kill her because she just, when Murphy told her to do something, she done it. So they eventually had to kill her. So then, well, actually, hold on. Never mind. I'm confused. Let me go to another part. She was talking about the baby or what. Well, not. We haven't got to that point yet, but I'm just saying, like, they went to this women's place where, like, the women, they didn't believe in men and nothing like that, so they didn't let nobody in. So Doc, 10K, and Murphy, they had to stay outside. Robert Bird and everybody else, they went inside. So, and they almost got Addie to, you know, not want to come back with them and everything. So, one more thing. We got Murphy outside. This woman brings him a pie, and they have pie, and, you know, they end up knocking her up. So I'm like, this is crazy, because we sit up here, it was something that you didn't really think about, and then it happens, and then at the end at the end of that part or episode, or episodes, they end up getting Addie back, so Addie got to come back along with them. So, and then we figured out like an episode later that the woman was really pregnant because she had like a zombie baby, and zombie baby was like pointing like, oh yeah, he's that away and he's this away. Yeah, it was just a whole slew of things like that. So Murphy, he just realized, man, it's gonna be hard for me to keep up with this baby. So it was two people at this house, a mother and a wife and a husband. He went on ahead, he bit them, he made them become blends. So they became blends or whatnot, and yeah, that was pretty much sort of that right there. So I mean, hurry up, it's kind of been a long video, so I'm gonna go on to the next part. Let's skip a little further. So we end up the woman from China, she gets there or whatnot. It's after Murphy then turned all the people off the cruise ship planes or whatnot. So they get there, Murphy's, he's telling people whatnot. He actually steals a car. But then we realized that on the ship, Murphy bit and blended 10K. That was the most scariest thing, because at first you kind of thought it was like, oh, maybe 10K just don't want nobody. No, Murphy bit him. So after this, we fast forward. Murphy, he gets his little own village. He set up like a little post somewhere. He's got all these people or whatnot. And then we kind of go to like a flashback episode. They flash back into like they went to like this place, and we got the first, look of the man. So this guy's man, he just like, he looked like Mr. Clean. I'm just saying. So they end up having to help the little boy, because the little boy, he fell out of the truck because the man had took him so he can get somebody, so he can get the Dr. Teller. So we so Roberta and them, they come in, they kind of help them, and they kind of set them up to get ready, because they know the man is coming back to get the doctor, and he's getting the doctor for Zona, which we find out a little bit more about Zona later on. But for right now, the only thing that we pretty much knew is just Zona was just some rich people. They showed like little flashes of them like sitting by the pool, like one guy sitting by a pool with a whole bunch of women and stuff like that. So the man, he wanted Dr. Teller because I think that he knew that Dr. Teller could come up with a formula to do a project, so he can help. They can make a formula to help cure to help those people. So now this is like one of the worst. This is pretty bad. it's pretty bad what happens next. They get them all together, they get them all to fight, and pretty much everybody dies there. Except for maybe like, honestly, 2 people. Like Operation Bite Mark, that's what they called them, like Murphy and all them, Doc and all that. Yeah, they survived, and like 2 more people maybe survived. That was it. So it was just crazy because you just get to the end. So now Murphy, we go back to Murphy. He got his own place and everything. He's recruiting a lot of people day by day. So, and we meet Doc's 2 friends. I forgot their names, but they just always up to some scheming stuff. So we go on to the next thing or whatnot. So now Roberta and them, they got a plan. They find, well, on the way there, they find one guy to help them, and then it's another guy. Just pretty much like Roberta, like her right-handed man or whatnot, or they always seem to have one, because it was first they had Williams, and then they squished it up, and dang, I forgot his name. He's an important character too. What was his name? But he was earlier on, and yeah, he was a pretty important character. But a lot of people who pretty much got close to Roberta, that was like, I will say, physical with her. Like they had something going on. It didn't end well for them. So, but pretty much they did go off and kind of help each other. And yeah, but let's just skip over that for now, and then we go. Murphy got his own village and everything. He got so many people that's coming in recruit. So we get another guy. We get the man. He comes up because he's supposed to get Murphy, because he got to get the cure from Murphy. So he sneaks his way up in there. He tells him that, and then this guy, he does something he doesn't even want to do. So Murphy like, hey bro, you in the past, you you was at this place and we was kind of beefing. I gotta make sure you here with me. So it was like a dude. Murphy told him, well, just kill that man. He killed the dude and he ate his brains. Cause Murphy like, I gotta be able to trust you. I don't wanna, want you to don't go over whatnot. So we realized how he snuck in, and he didn't even get the blend vaccine because he took a piece of skin from somebody else and got that, and that shot right there. But I don't understand how he threw up though. That's the only thing that just makes it a little weird. But after he comes by, he hears talking about his daughter and whatnot. So he goes back up in there. He said, hey Murphy, I got some. Because everybody else there eating their meal or whatnot, they live by there. Murphy said, no, I'm good. They bring some brains in there for Murphy, because Murphy, he's seeing it, he's thinking about it, brains. So, he eats stuff, he's eating the brains, and then the dude, he comes up in there, he's like, yeah, okay. Then he's like, yeah, I'll be back to get you some more. So, he goes out, he gets the little girl, and he said, I got your daughter, Lucy. Y'all remember I was saying she got pregnant and whatnot, and he had to leave his daughter. Okay, so he had Lucy or whatnot, so, or he thought. He had the truck, he laughed at him, he said, bro, this ain't my daughter, it's somebody else's kid. So they tied him up, which I don't know what happened to him after then. See, that's the only thing that kind of confuses me, because now, the next thing we realized that, so Tina Roberta, she's saying that we're gonna split up. Doc, you and Addie, y'all go get Lucy, because y'all get Lucy and whatnot. So they split up and whatnot. Roberta and them, they figure out how they can get up in there, and Lucy, she's Lucy or whatnot. Well, not Lucy, but Addie and them. Addie and Doc, they went back to the place where they had like stuff, and it was just getting first of all, we thought that they was gonna die because they was sitting up there. They was trying to just, hey, we know this, we know that, we know this, we know that. So finally, Lucy was like, "Yo, well, I want to play with them though." So, and it ends up Lucy actually helps them. So they play hide and go seek. We didn't know what like they want to attack Lucy because they already know that Lucy is, Lucy. So we get on further down the road, and then we realize that only thing we know is that Doc, they go back up in the house. He's gonna go tell people goodbye, and for some reason the people there, they're chasing him. They're mad. They was like, "You laid him here." We're wondering, I'm wondering in my mind, who did he lead here? So we go back outside. He runs back outside to go see where Addie, and the man then got Lucy. So what's really confused me is that the last time we saw the man, he was tied up. You see what I'm trying to say? He was tied up with with Murphy and them. So I didn't know, how did he escape that? That's the only thing I just wondered. That's one of the mysteries of the thing. And then the next thing, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, we almost gonna get ready to wrap this up. I didn't want this video to be this long. So the next little wave, little thing or whatnot, we're going to talk about. Man, what was the next? Okay. So he kidnaps Lucy. Lucy, she keeps on trying to get away, and bro, I'm telling you. And Addie is there. She's trying to keep on helping. And then Doc, he gets, while all this is going on, so Addie, she goes after him or whatnot. And after all this is going on or whatnot, Doc, he runs into these people because he's trying to get to talk to Citizen Z. So he's getting the radio or whatnot. So he runs to these 3 women. They help him escape these these zombies. Remember, they got like 8 zombies there just keep, and it's kind of weird. I didn't really understand that dynamic of how they was able to keep those zombies, even though those I guess okay, it's something that we'll find out a little bit later. But yeah, I think I done figured that out now. So they keep on just tempting Doc, and all 3 of them, they end up just, sleeping with Doc or whatnot, and he wakes up the next morning, he goes downstairs, he realizes that they're actually like killing not killing, it's like a weird thing. They lure you in with love or whatnot. They lure you in with giving you a little song, and then now they do stuff to torture you. So he figured out how to make the radio work, and then he told Citizens that, we got an emergency for Roberta and everything, and then they was kind of figuring it out or whatnot, and then after that we go on, and they was trying to tell her that that the man's got Lucy or whatnot. So finally, Addie and Doc, they keep on following. They follow him. Only way they follow this guy. He's supposed to be like someone's grandpa. He's a zombie. The only thing he can do, he's like a tracker. He tells you exactly where to go and where to hit. So after this, everybody kind of just comes together, and they trying to save Lucy. They get to the ridge, and the next thing you know, the man, he shoots, bam, it rips right through Murphy, and then it hits Roberta. And then the next thing you know, we wake up, she's at Zona. And so she was in a coma for like 2 years, they said. So she gets up and whatnot in Zona, and she keep on having like these flashbacks, like a black thing going over the sky. So keep on going. It was Zona. They kept on acting. She kept on wondering. She got up with like Murphy and everything, and then people, they didn't really know who she was, so everybody was kind of confused. Murphy's like, hold on, she's with me, and they got up and they went to dinner, and Murphy, he kind of exaggerated her story just a whole lot. So they have dinner and everything. They enjoy it for maybe. Murphy probably enjoyed it for like the last 2 years, but Roberta only got to enjoy it for like a day. And then she just kept on having them visions. She just go into another mode, and then we realized what was going on. So Dr. Teller, he helps her, and he tells her, y'all gotta get up out of here because stuff starting happening. Some people are starting to turn into zombies. Not all the people, but some of the people. So, yeah, they like freaking out or going out on them and whatnot. So they go back down to, they get out of Zona and go back down to the Earth or whatnot. So the next thing that happens is just very familiar. They end up tracking down Lucy and Addie and everything else, and they still alive or whatnot. So it kind of gave us a little weird thing where we might have thought that Doc had turned, because Doc, he got like some whole makeup on and everything, and no, this is okay, my bad, I'm just looking. He just made you want to think that, so you kind of got a little scared, so yeah, and then we just keep on going, and then realize that 10K, he meets up with 10K, and 10K and Red, they're back together, which was Red. She's happened when she was in that village with like the man or whatnot. She was the only other person that made it out when they was like killing them. So yeah, they set up in like a tree house. They keep on talking about this new America. So everybody that's getting ready to go do that, and we didn't even notice, but Addie and 10K, because like they get to the next place, the place right before you get to the new America or whatnot, wherever you go. So they have to go, and they have to go track down to go get some more stuff. So to go get because it was supposed to be like a bus or something coming to get them, or supply drop or whatnot. So they go up there. We don't realize this, but adding them, they're trapped in the thing, and they're out there, they're shooting at 10K now, and they really don't know it because they're seeing through the middle of a sniper. It's crazy because both of them was hidden right there. They could have shot each other. So we keep on going, and now we get to the point where man, I'm kind of sitting up here. It's so yeah, they get to the place, and everybody, they separate for a while. They don't know what's going on, and then they finally, Roberta, she goes around, she goes to she starts having her visions, and in her visions, it just pretty much, she just sees this black cloud shaped thing, and it's going over the world, and people are dying, they're burning. But we keep on furthering the story. She makes it to the place. They said the only way to reset the code is by the president's hand. So they go and they get the other woman's stones. But guess what? The woman wasn't president at the time, so it was the person before him. They got his stones or whatnot. And they go to Washington, D.C., and this is like the fourth strike. They figure out about this fourth strike. It's called Black Rainbow, which we keep on sitting up here realizing that Roberta was actually the person who was supposed to do Black Rainbow. So at the because she was collecting these tubes along the way. So at the last minute, they got the other tube, and then bam, it was another one. You know what I'm trying to say? It's another tube or whatnot. She changed it out at the very last second, but she got herself trapped in the drone or whatnot. The big space alien thing. So okay. she changes out and there's no forced strike, so all the people on the earth don't die. So she crashes and whatnot. She makes it out. She meets like this farmhand person, and then Doc, 10K, and Murphy. They're going to the oh my god, I forgot the sergeant girl that met that after all this stuff occurred. Her and 10K. She was like, I've been waiting on this because like they thought the war was going in and whatnot. So we keep on going a little bit more. We see Murphy after the thing. I mean, not Murphy. We see Doc after the thing, and when he's got his face all painted, he looks like a zombie. We thought, oh, he's a Z, but nah, he's not a Z. He was just working the thing, and now they realize they have a crew of people with them, and we keep on further realizing that they are called talkers. So the talkers, they keep on even though they're zombies, they keep on talking, and they was kind of wondering, like, eventually they just start just glitching out. They didn't realize that they was kind of dead. You know what I'm trying to say? They was talkers, so they were zombies, but they still have the ability to talk. So they meet George. George is this girl. She's from back in the past. She was there at the first place that they had met, and then Doc and the sergeant girl from the, I guess, Marines or whatnot. They see Red, and they see Red with a man and a baby. So they're thinking in their head, man, Red is bad. So they keep on doing it. So first of all, when they first get there, they have to be quarantined because they have to realize whether they got a post or not, or they're a talker, or are they living, or they're a talker. So everybody passed the test. 10K was this close from not passing the test because you remember when Murphy blended him, it kind of threw him off just a little bit. So we keep on going further. So we realized that Red actually didn't have like some guy, something like that. That was just they just assumed. So Murphy goes to get Roberta. He figures out where she's at by asking zombies, and then the man that Roberta was with was trying to just kill her. I mean, trying to just torture Murphy because he was like, I don't want him to take you away from me or whatnot. Yeah, so they got mad and they locked him in the trunk and they left. So, and then now we get into the vote, and what happens is it's a big explosion. What happened, because there was a vote of democracy of New America, so the New World or whatnot. So they was trying to see, like, if it was a vote, George was supposed to, well, if they voted yes, George was the one who was gonna whatchamacallit, because she was kind of like an equality person. She wanted everyone to be, come together and conquer the actual people, because you gotta think about it. One day all the people is gonna be talkers anyways. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's just like that. I really liked her character due to that, because that's how I feel too. I feel like everyone is created equal in this world. So okay, so we keep on going to realize that it is this girl. She's a talker, and like her main person, she's messing with the top bad guy. They don't know at the time that he's bad. He just pretty much just makes you think he's not. And then it's just a lot of stuff to be going on. But then let me just go ahead and go all the way to the end. The end was it was the talkers. They was going crazy. It's because the girl, her name was Pandora. She was going around. She was already a talker. She was going around doing so much other stuff too. And then so the guy, whatever his name was, we just gonna call him Dave. He was the evil guy who nobody didn't really know he was evil. He was sitting there. They had a plan for him. They got a plan to wipe out the soldiers. They took him to a place where it was supposed to be like docked. It was just docked there by himself. They thought it was all the soldiers gonna be there. So they go up in there and like it's just docked with a microphone. They're like, really? And then they got 10K sitting back there. Bam! He shoots one of them. He shoots another, and they start eating each other up like they're zombies. So the dude's army is gone. He had about 5 to 10 people with him. So his army's gone. So they go back to the next thing, and like they made it so convincing. George had, which I knew for a fact, it was a lie because I knew they had that plan. It just seemed like they had that plan. They had a big plan. But they come back and they're like, "Oh, we want to vote or whatnot." And then it's the big boss fight. It's Roberta and George versus Pandora and Dave, which Pandora at the end helps, or really, yes, he helps George now. Kind of, because she goes to beat Dave because she didn't know her and Dave had been dating or messing around or whatnot. She didn't know that Dave just thought talkers was just nothing. So that pretty much was the end of that. And the final last episode, they was just like, okay, the poll's about to close, the voting is in, and George, she was going up there to present it, and she went in there to present it, and they flash back out. I mean, they go outside. It's Murphy out there. He's eating the doctor's brains because the doctor has said, y'all know what? I got the formula in my head, so just cut it out. Cut my brain out. And then, yeah, because Dave had doped her up and almost tried to kill her. He made her into a zombie and everything. So, yeah, it was just, boy, it was just horrible. This was the I think the woman was from Japan. I think it was Japan lady or something like that. So at the end, Murphy just ate her brain. He said, "Oh, I got it," and then that was it. So I'm just gonna let everybody know I was definitely confused on that. I was like, huh, really? So why did we just get through that whole full season or whatnot, full 5 seasons, and we got no payoff at the end? We didn't figure out what happened to Roberta. We didn't figure out what happened to 10K. We didn't figure out what happened to George. We didn't figure out what happened to the talkers. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it didn't show you, like, they could have just done one more episode just to show everybody how it changed and how was the new America or whatnot. And they maybe could have, threw another season out there and just, have one more person to stop. And then that was going to be the end all be all. And then just, we just went in there. But I realized I go up here, they got canceled for the 6th season, after the 5th season that was canceled. So I guess they was thinking, well, man, we got to really, I guess they had already, this probably was an alternative episode. You see what I'm trying to say? Like the other episode, it probably, the last 5-10 minutes probably didn't happen. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just like to say, I'm just dazed and confused off of this. So if anybody is like a big fan of Z Nation or whatnot, or just know, let me know down in the comment section, bro. What happened? What was they supposed to have you? I know what they were supposed to have you assuming, but the only thing I assumed that Murphy got the kid. That's the only thing that we knew. So I'm just saying, that was the only thing that just kind of just threw me off. So we didn't know whether it's 10K and Red, they got married, and whether it's Doc got back with that Indian woman that helped them. So I mean, I was just like, what's going on? Can we just know like what happened? Is it Come on now, just deleted scenes or something? Alright, then y'all like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I am out. Peace. Sorry for a long video, but you know, it was a lot I had to get out, so.